Assalamualaikum and good evening to Puan Azlinda and my fellow classmates. Today we from Group 1 will be presenting about our case study. Before we begin, let me introduce my group members. My name is Yasmin Hana binti Muhammad Hafiz and my group members is Nur Aisyah Alia binti Makno and Christina Idina binti Junaidi. This is the contents in our presentation. First, the question, second, check sheet, then Pareto diagram, next is cause and effect diagram, and lastly, recommendations.
This is the question of the case study. We got case study A, which is at Pantai Samad Supermarket. Next, this is the data given for the question. From the question, we have categorized all the complaints into several categories. Here is the list of the categories: freshness, out of stock, service, environment, mischarge, lack of signage, parcel dates product, lost and found, others, and lastly technical issue. After all the complaints are categorized, a check sheet can be done. Check sheet is when the data can be observed and gathered repeatedly by the same person or at the same place. When gathering information on the frequency or patterns of occurrences, problems, defect location, defect causes, or related concerns, when gathering data from a manufacturing process. Here is our check sheet.
Next, Pareto diagram. Pareto diagram or Pareto chart is a type of bar graph. They are organized from the highest frequency to the lowest frequency. Pareto diagram are used when examining data regarding the frequency of issues or causes in a process. When there are several issues or reasons and want to concentrate on the most important, when investigating broad causes by examining their individual components, and lastly, when discussing data with others. This is the frequency table of customers' complaints. The data collected from the check sheet is arranged from the highest frequency to the lowest frequency. Then, percentages and cumulative percentages are calculated. Percentages are calculated by dividing the frequency with the total of all frequencies. Cumulative percentages are calculated by adding the percentages to the percentage before it. After arranging the data, a Pareto chart can be generated. The bar graph is plotted by frequencies and the line graph is the cumulative percentage. Next, Pareto chart with 80-20 rule line. According to the 80-20 rule, often known as the Pareto principles, around 80% of the consequences result from 20% of the costs. In this case, some alarming complaints are freshness, mischarge, out of stock, and services.
Let's move on to the cause and effect diagram. Cause and effect diagram, always known as fishbone or Ishikawa. The fishbone diagram highlights several potential reasons for an impact or problem. It is useful for organizing a brainstorming session. It instantly categorizes thought into relevant groups. When to use it? People always use it when determining potential sources of an issue or when a team thinking tend to become stuck in roots. After obtaining the result from the Pareto chart, 4 cause and effect diagrams are made to find the primary cause. Let's go through it one by one. The first one is fresh cause and effect diagram. The first causes that affect freshness is storage and handling. Without a good storage and handling, it can lead to spoilage and reduce freshness, or the supermarket fail to maintain the proper temperature to keep the product fresh. Next is packaging. Maybe the packaging of the product are not suitable and lead to accelerating spoilage, or the packaging are to expose the product to air, light, and moisture until they become damaged. The third one is environment. The factor that maybe lead the product to become not fresh is because Malaysia experience fluctuating temperature or poor maintenance of landscaping and ground around the building. Lastly, supply chain length. Long supply chain from farm to supermarket and product take a long journey from supplier to supermarket also can be the reason why the product can't long lasting. Next is service cause and effect diagram. Among the potential issues with the service or employee training and engagement. Maybe Pantai Selamat has an adequate training of employee, or maybe the employee has low moral. The second is staffing level. Pantai Selamat always insufficient staffing during peak hour and adequate training of employee. Next is store layout and organization. They have a poor store layout and always disorganized product display that can lead the customer to not finding the product that they want. Lastly, checkout efficiency. They always have a slow checkout system and there are not enough facilities. Other than that, mischarge also the problem that Pantai Selamat always face. The mischarge may be caused by human error. The human error that always happen is mistake by cashier during the checkout and error labeling or pricing by store employee. Next is faulty scanning equipment. It can be the malfunctioning barcode scanner or low pricing system that lead to overcharge or undercharge. The third causes is inaccurate shelf label. It will lead to incorrect information on product that can make a customer confused. The last causes is promotion and discount. Maybe customer misinterpretation of sales promotion or miscommunication of discount between customer and the store. The last fishbone is out of stock cause and effect diagram. Inventory management is one of the causes. Poor inventory management practice and underestimating consumer demand also can lead the problem to the store. The next causes is supply chain disruption. It is not always the store is problem. It can be the supplier delays the shipment or supplier shortage. Then, popular promotion. The product can be out of stock because of the successful promotion. And last is seasonal demand. When the product is high demand, it can lead to the supply drop and inefficient stock replenishment. Recommendation. The analysis of complaints received by Pantai Selamat Supermarket in August suggested several recommendations to address the issues. Staff should conduct through work to maintain product quality, ensure stock availability, and place product in the right spot. Suppliers should be consistently sent on time, and staff should provide better service, maintain competency, and practice good manners. Management should ensure a safe and comfortable workplace, recheck delivery schedule, and keep up the stock. Both management and staff should strive to do their best and care about customer. That's all from us. Thank you. Thank you for listening.